Don't concern yourself if the lights in the background keep switching modes. I can't find the remote, so enjoy the rave into fade into rave. In any case, by the time you're watching this, the Halloween event will have been out for about a week or so. I am filming this the day after the Halloween event has released. And as normal, people ask my opinions on the event, which is fine. I do enjoy hearing you guys' opinions, but like I said back in the Skull Merchant video, a lot of my videos are planned days in advance, so whenever something new happens, sometimes it can take me a little while to get to it. And the only reason this isn't Monday's video is because I had already written, recorded, edited, and scheduled Monday's video to go out by the time I was ready to sit down and do this video, so that's why it's coming so late in the week. So, what's up? The Halloween event drops, and there's quite a lot to talk about, but also not a lot to talk about. Like, at the same time, the Halloween event has a lot of stuff to it. There's also not a lot of... Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Anyway, at the same time, there's also not a lot going on. So, things that I like. Let's go over... Let's do that first, right? Because I have quite a bit of comments and concerns. Things that I like. I like the new dark or deep shard haunted shard system. I like the little currency that you can earn by doing the compendium for the event, which then you get to turn around and use that freemium currency, or not freemium, but you turn around and get to use that free currency that you earn through playing the game in order to buy some of the event cosmetics. I like that. I like the idea that playing the game will reward you with stuff that will then reward you with other stuff. What I don't like is that as of recording this, they may fix this later, but as of recording this, there doesn't seem to be enough shards to buy everything of the event, but also it's broken right now where there are some cosmetics that you can earn by buying multiple of the free event items. And as you get more and more of those, it's supposed to give you points and then unlock these milestone cosmetics. And that doesn't seem to be working right now, but I'm going to assume that by the time this video comes out, they will have hot fixed that and we won't have to worry about that. But overall, I do like the idea of the more you play the game, the more you get out of the event. You know, you get more and more cosmetics. And some of the cosmetics aren't bad. I've never been a big fan of the candy weapons, and I'm also not really a big fan of the survivors who are getting cosmetics. I'm a Jeff main. Sometimes I'll play Vittorio, so I'm not really getting anything from this, but that's fine. Like, I don't think that I'm not necessarily going to be like, oh my god, my characters aren't getting costumes, bro. This event sucks, right? And they're fine. They look cool. They look interesting. I think that if you're one of those players who gets tired of being found when you're trying to hide in a bush, you shouldn't put them on. But outside of that, let's talk about the actual, like, purchasable cosmetics. Werewolf... Jake Park got a skin, which was a werewolf one, which was cool, but he doesn't have a tail, and he has a random backpack for some reason. I don't really know what that's about. But it's cool that Jake finally gets a cosmetic, and I also like a werewolf cosmetics. Claudette's fairy skin is really, really beautiful. I saw some other, like, really interesting ones, like for Meg and things like that. But I will say, speaking on the cosmetics, what really irritated me a tad bit was last Halloween, I started playing October 30th last year. So I only got to get far enough into the tome to get the body swamp monster for the hag. I wasn't able to get the rest. And so when this year rolled around, I was really hoping that they were going to offer it for like iridescent shards or something, because it was a free cosmetic last year. And instead it's a paid cosmetic this year. And I had to spend $8 to get the rest of it, which kind of infuriates the fuck out of me. Because first off, you can't just buy $8 worth of Orc cells. It's either $5 or $10. So I just had to buy the $10 one, and I wasn't really happy about that. But now I've got extra Orc cells, I guess, in case something comes up later. But the point is that I think that a lot of people, I think that behavior really needs to stop trying to like wring money out of us. We already pay for your game. We already pay for your DLCs. We already pay for a good portion of the cosmetics. If a cosmetic was free in the past, make it iridescent shards in the future. That's all I'm asking. Or make it available for both. I think available for both is kind of fair. One bug that is kind of frustrating me is that the only Blight Skin that I want, which is the purple one, I was gonna buy because it's all the skins are on sale, and it's the only cosmetic right now that doesn't have the option to buy it. So another hot fix that I'm hoping is gonna come by the time this video goes live, so I can actually get the Blight Skin that I've been wanting. the Sadako and Xeno blighted skins are coming out, which is, that's cool. I think they look good, but I've also never been a big fan of the blighted skins in general. I think while they look interesting, they're not really my style, so I'm not going to be purchasing either the Sadako or the Xenomorph skin, mostly because I don't play those two very often, but also because, like I said, blighted is just, I'm just not a big fan of the blighted skins. The event, let's actually talk about like the gameplay of the event. Right now, one of the more irritating things, at least in my opinion, is that, sorry, let's start with the good. The good thing is the Void looks fucking phenomenal. It's creepy, it's interesting, I greatly enjoy it. The bad thing is that it's kind of underwhelming. You kind of just go into the Void, release the ghost dudes, and then come out and forget the ghost dudes even exist. Like, it's, as a survivor, I haven't been jump scared once by any of the haunts, and as a killer, I think I got hit by like one survivor haunt one time randomly, and it didn't do anything. It didn't change anything. I will say that the haste effect that survivors are getting are like a big pain in the ass. Like, sure, the killers are getting it too, but like if you don't have a haste effect and the survivor gets one from like their haunt or whatever, and then they combined it with stuff like made for this, like you're just not catching that motherfucker. You just not. I chased a Vittorio for fucking like, no, Michaela. I had chased a Michaela for something like 30 seconds because she had made for this value. So I kept just barely missing my lunge. And then she ran into a haunt and she just fucking, boom, like fucking just darted. There's a really funny clip right now with the serum where someone has like, they have like all these things stacked up, including the serum, and you could get to like, if everything lines up perfectly, you could get to like 425% speed. It's not going to happen in a real game. Like it literally can't happen in a real game, but it is kind of funny to watch. I like the color scheme this year around. One thing I will say though, Behavior, if you ever watch my videos or anybody at Behavior watches my videos, one thing that I request, and one thing I highly request, is to give us the option to turn off orange auras during events. I don't like orange auras. I don't like the way they look. They get confusing, especially because whenever I hook a survivor, that survivor's hook is highlighted in yellow. So when I pick up another survivor and I'm trying to see where the other survivor is hooked at so I can get information, all I see is just orange and yellow blending together. I might be a tad colorblind. I'm not sure. I've never been tested, but the orange and the yellow blend really badly together, and it also just looks atrocious. I like my red auras. Let me keep my red auras, please, or at least give us the option to change the color of auras. I think a color customization setting should be next on the accessibility list. The pumpkins are better looking this year. I actually like the art design overall for the Halloween event. I think everything looks a lot better. Like I said, the color scheme is better. The pumpkins are cool, and I like the voids and I like the haunts. Like I said, it's all very underwhelming. I think that the entire event would have been better if like when a void opened, like when a portal opens, everybody in the trial got like teleported, and then it became like a mini game of survival. Sure, it would make shit last a lot longer. It'd make games last a lot longer, and that sucks, I guess. But I think that it would have been cooler if like all of a sudden everybody gets yanked into the void, and then it becomes like survivors having to hide while the killer is looking for them, and then you would get points based off of how long you survived in the void or how many hits you got if you were killer or something like that, right? And it'd all be a lot more fun rather than going into the void for 10 seconds and then coming back out like, oh, that was cool. I got a haunt released. All right, cool. One last thing is that the dowsing rods are a fucking gift from the gods. I don't have a lot of days off this week, but I'm hoping that by the time you guys see this video, I will have all of the rest of the survivors that I needed to have to Prestige 3 completely done. Because if you play your cards right, you can get anywhere from 90 to, or I'd say anywhere from 60 to like 100K a game, which is fucking phenomenal. Get those dowsing rods, farm the shit out of the event, get your blood points. It's going to be great. But other than that, let me know what you guys think down below. If you like the event, if you don't like the event, whichever one you want to do. But other than that, I just wanted to give a special thank you to my channel members, the Cannibal Main, Alex Ballix, Tabasco Raccoon, Ryan Gesture, Spirit Upgrades, and Nuclear Bomb for their additional support. If you want to know how to get special thank yous as well as additional perks, then go ahead and click that join button down below. But outside of that, I want you guys to have a fantastic day. Happy Halloween, and I will see you tomorrow.